Hello, traders. Welcome to the crazy stream, man, or crazy day for equities and metals and metal miners, and a horrid day for crypto. Not the same at all. So I guess we'll look into everything, but how about Nvidia hitting an intraday all-time high? Out of nowhere, a news-driven catalyst. What is it, $100 billion in OpenAI investment? And then Apple getting upgraded this weekend, $300 price target. Pumped on that, up 4.31% to close out the day. Tesla hit multi-month highs. You know, that's after hitting target one in kind of wide open spaces, but they did end up pulling it back. Meta wasn't a good day, unfortunately. And yeah, so just looking at this on stream, the first asset, Apple, I think it's the king of the day. Well, outside, you know, of the mega market cap. Talk about plug. LAC looks okay. There are other ones, right, that were good, and they're up maybe more than Apple today. But again, this is a $3 trillion, $3 trillion asset right here, and you were less than 2% away from all-time highs. You gotta think that they'll probably go to test it tomorrow. 260 on deck, man, and if you ever break that, be very easy to Fibonacci extension, anchoring high to low like we've done on all the Mag 7s. If you were to go into price discovery sooner rather than later, you would have a $285 target on Apple. And remember, a $300 target, you know, that's the upgrade today. And I guess it's supposed to be the iPhone 17. It's higher than expected demand. Was also playing a role, but just playing catch up with everything else. Remember, if this was like the Google chart, you'd be above the 1618. Google, same thing. You'd be above the 1618. So just catch up. All right. Wonderful. Also, wow, we did it, man. We did it, chat. Officially 77,000 subs on YouTube. So Jesus Chimes. Couldn't have done it without y'all. Thank you so much. All right, we got to look at Nvidia, man. We got to. Sorry, it's got to be before Bitcoin. Down after hours, 0.59%, but who cares? You had the potential 3 falling peaks, distribution structure, but 2 out of the 3 days, you've had positive news-driven catalysts. So they're just not going to let it collapse, I guess. So what a fake out. You no longer have a 3 falling peaks argument, because there are no longer proportionate lower highs. And that was the, sorry dude, Jesus Chimes again, that was the highest daily candle close in the history of Nvidia. Sorry, I've been with my personal trainer. Right after that, had my massage. So I've just kind of been, since the market, it's been closing, it's been hard to keep up. So phenomenal, historic day for Nvidia. All right, very, very good. And I guess we can look at the Mag 7s. It really, dude, do you really want to look at crypto when we could just look at the Nasdaq futures? Bro, 8 record closes in a row. 8. And then Jim Cramer tweeted, what did he say? The endless rally needs to end. He's ready for it to end. That means send it to 25K before this thing ends, right? Psychological resistance, 25K. That's it. There's nothing here except the supply line of this multi-month channel began in mid-May, and now here we are in late September. 25K. If you were to hit the overbought threshold of this uptrend, it's going to be around 25.2. Incredible. So like that, Jim Cramer could have tweeted anything, man. He could have been like, All right, man, let's go to 25K psychological resistance. We're screwed then. Like, we're not going to get there. But he said it's time to end, and so I feel better. All right, so history on the Nasdaq, history on the S&P 500, futures spot price in freaking incredible, man. Broke the heart line, actually. Let me extend this. You know, it's a long time in this thing. You broke the heart line of the channel. You have exceeded the 1414 fib extension with a candle close for the first time ever. What do you mean the 1414? The fib extension from the previous all-time high from February to the April low. That's how I anchored to get these fib extensions. These have been target areas since you broke out in late June. Okay, 1272. Spent some time consolidating there from mid-August to early September. You broke it. You broke the wedge, resolving upwards. And, I mean, there's just really nothing here, man. Like a supply line, it takes you all the way to like 68.60. There's a 1618 up there at 69.44, nearly $7,000. But that's where we are. You didn't have the 8 days in a row on this one like you did the Nasdaq. You had, what, 4 record closes in a row here. So it was beautiful, man. I just don't know what to say. Like, this is incredible. I really do think it is testament to your fiat purchasing power collapsing in real time, like hardcore. So if you are a cash holder, you're losing bad, worse than you ever could. Here is a fresh all-time highs on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. I mean, just Jesus chimes everywhere except crypto. Wow, man, that is 3 record closes in a row, and it all began when buyers officially recaptured the old all-time high from December and January. They recaptured it with an engulfing candle August 22nd, and then the formal bullish back test. You're going to love that, man. The TA respect, right? The level that was once always resistance flipped to support with confirmation a couple days, and then another nice, that's a bullish engulfing Mara Bazoo, and it's just been number go up ever since then. A little sideways, but this is just great. So how, you know, fib extensions here, because you're not even close to the 1272. I mean, you might be close, but you're on your way. 47,378. That would make plenty of sense, right? In this channel, you're in the bottom thresholds. Break the heart line, 47,378. 1414 is 48,577. So lagging behind the other, or the S&P and the Nasdaq. So gorgeous stuff, dude. Really, what a dream. And then we can look at the let me just go to the IWM, not futures. I'm trying to remember what the I think it's US 2000. I don't even know if I do much work on that. I know I have it on my other I have something like another save file, but I don't think I have it updated on this one. No, I don't have the channel updated, but I'll just plot it real quick. I anchored right here to there, and that's how I got the initial ones. Yeah, and then you anchor here. Oh yeah, there you have it. I can extend this out. No, it's more like this. It's like 1 and 2 and 3. That's nice respect. And look what they're doing, chat. They've broken it out, and then today what did they do? They formally regarded what was once a supply line of this channel as a demand line. Confirmed it. And guess what? You made an all-time high on Friday. It almost smells like we're about to get another all-time high in the coming couple of days, right? This is phenomenal. Your small caps. Just remember, everything's getting repriced for monetary debasement. I swear down in it, man. Phenomenal. Just over the moon, okay? And then we go to another asset class. We go to a commodity. We go to gold, and it's going nuts. It was up 1.67%, exceeded the 1618 fib extension from the more local structure, right? From the highest point to lowest point. There's nothing here. It's like 3,800, 3,900, the zeros and the fives, 4,000. That's Goldman Sachs target. Okay, 4K up there. This is a dream of all dreams, man. And guess what? As I'm speaking to you, listen to me, chat. There wasn't a time yesterday during that 1.67% pump. Not one time did you see $3,748.92.5 ever. You didn't see it. At the highs yesterday, the highest point, 3,748.86. So as I'm speaking to you, 6,000 years of being a store of value, highest level ever right now. Look left, outer space. You've been in outer space since that September 2nd. Wow. Silva, similar fashion. Got some more work to do. But finally made it, man. Pretty much. $44. Right? That's like your next checkpoint, your next resistance. It's an old high from August of 2011. You break this, not a thing in sight till $48, and then all-time high is $49.85, $50. So rejoice in the metals, pumping. I mean, silver on Friday up 3%, today up 2.25%. So your second largest market cap metal in the world up over 5% in 2 days. Look at the volume. Look at that, man. Something's going on, and it's not really good. Okay, it's not good. It's good if you're involved in these assets, but it's really bad if you're just cash. Really bad. Mama Ivy's about to get voted out. Tommy Tuberville is about to become the new governor of Alabama, so you asked. Which he'll be wonderful for the state. He's super based. Okay, did the other metals, sorry, I didn't get a chance to look at the other ones. Like, palladium, I'm sure they're doing fine. But, let's see. Platinum. Ooh, platinum looks really strong here. I mean, if anything, you could say, oh, okay, it's like a, yeah, you got yourself, chat, a little bitty pennant. A neutral consolidation structure, but you got to give it some sort of hint of bullishness. You got to, because the huge markup on high volume, and then the buyers recapturing 1346, which is indubitable support resistance from 2021. They have recaptured it, and they're holding above it, and it's like, read the room. Gold and silver, platinum breaks this. It's probably you're probably gonna be targeting for $1,700+ on platinum. Resolution's impending, right? You're so close to the conclusion of this development. I mean, so everyone have a break, an alert set up maybe around 1445, 1450. That's the pennant breakout, but it's not a true breakout till they're breaking 1,500. That'd be a big psychological level. The fives and the zeros, 1500. Yeah, you break that. That's the real breakout. But hey, someone can manage the risk. They could have a stop loss below 1346 and let this thing ride on momentum. Yeah, it'd be pretty easy. Right? Why would you want to own it below this level? You probably wouldn't. And they've already done the bull crap where they broke it, but the sellers could do literally nothing when the level was breached. The buyers just took it back over. They recaptured it. So this could be a nice momentum continuation trade on platinum. Okay, chat? Nice. Very nice. Alert set up. All right. How about palladium? I think it's in its final stage. Okay. I think this is the sign of strength. This is some sort of backup. And all we need for confirmation, the last arrow, would be for buyers to break us back out above 1,250. You break this, it's confirmed phase E of Wyckoff accumulation. So 3 steps in phase D. You did phase step 1, sign of strength. You did the backup. Now it is time to confirm. So I have an alert set up. Everyone should have an alert set up around 1270. You hear that beep, you know what's going on palladium. You have a Wyckoff accumulation phase E beginning, which is the markup phase, $1,500, $1,800+ and beyond, maybe $2,000+. This is just the humble beginnings, all right? This is the composite operator accumulating a position in this asset. And it seems like he is nearing the conclusion of his buying campaign. And soon, maybe on a news-driven catalyst, you would see a markup soon, okay? Just giving you an update. It's the metals stream. Dude, could you look at Bitcoin, man? You really want to look at it? Guess we'll go to Bitcoin. Bitcom. Here we go.
Can devs do something? Every day I'm checking the price and it's dipping. Every day I check the price, bad price. I can't take this anymore. I have overinvested by a lot.
Gotta be one heck of a, I don't know, one heck of a day for depression to be so involved with this asset class while you watch the other major traditional markets go beyond ape-s. This down $2,600. At least it's off the low. And where did it rebound? Well, of course, the old all-time high from May. As they had done before, August 2nd and 3rd, they did it again today, only after putting in a lower high than the previous highs. Same high as the high from August 22nd. But this is not really that surprising on Bitcoin due to the fact that it's been going on. You were nearing a supply line. There wasn't any sort of edge. It was kind of bad on the RSI. They were trying to break 60 and they failed. So, I mean, on this one, it was like most of our attention here has been on equities, right? That's where the animal spirits are. That is the way it's been. It has been really tough in crypto. There's just not been anything there. Ethereum, there was something, and then immediately, like, you know, this weekend, I mean, it was Sunday, stop loss triggered like fast, and then it dumped 10+% since it broke that structure. Very bad. Is that not a springback test? And springback test, you're looking for that in
Bulltard Anonymous tipped $25. SES Stonk Plaza and thanks good sir party parrot wine time.
What's up, Anonymous Bull? It's our Anonymous. Thank you, dude.
Is this your homework, Larry?
Yeah, we'll look at it. Is that a springback test? Well, we had discussed literally last week that, remember, when buyers recaptured $112,000, they did not reconfirm its validity as a support, and now they're doing it. So I'm not too concerned about crypto right now, okay, because the macro is so ridiculous. This is the typical, it was a low liquidity situation on the weekend. This tends to happen. People had to get liquidated. There was over $1 billion liquidated in a 60-minute period yesterday. Yeah, that exchanges had to get paid. Over leveraged positions had to get wiped out. And remember, we're going into Q4 during a post-halvening year. So I'm optimistic on crypto maybe in the next few months. But for now, let's wait and see some strength come in. Let's see some bids come in at 112 or 109,358. It's just kind of a little, we're waiting for structures to develop that are favorable to us. And they're just not there yet. Okay? And that's okay, because there have been unlimited favorable structures and favorable price action correlation to key levels on traditional assets. So that's where we've been putting our money and really been, you know, pounding it into your brain during the streams. Crypto is just, ugh. Okay, so Ethereum, sorry.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Man, once they broke that demand line, it was over. And that's how it goes, man, right? I mean, like, if you break a level, okay, stop loss is set, stopped out, and then dumps 10+% at 4,063 at the lows. Going for the lowest daily candle close since August 19th, so over 1 month lows, and you're kind of looking for a 39.50 here. You just are. So that's it. That's your Ethereum lowest relative strength reading since June 23rd. Not yet in the bearish control zone, but soon you'll be testing that threshold. You are currently at 40.53. Yeah, disappointing. Very disappointing asset class. It's not just Ethereum, it's everything. There are many different assets down way more than Ethereum, even though Ethereum was down 5.5%. And by the way, there it is, chat. That is your daily candle close confirmed. A little late. I'm late on Mondays. Lowest daily candle close confirmed since August 19th. Bitcoin, lowest daily candle close confirmed since September 9th. Not a big deal, but disappointing. First level, this is today, the new day. They're painting maybe the first level of negative momentum since September 5th. Then on the daily, lowest RSI reading since September 6th. Not as bad or severe as Ethereum on the oscillators, but okay. I went back because the daily candle just closed. Okay. XRP, this one was less surprising due to the lower high, the bearish back test, that evening star with follow through. We at one point yesterday, XRP was down 9.5%, but rebounded and it closed only down about 4%. Lowest daily candle close since September 6th. Not a big deal, but yeah, it's just kind of disappointing, right? The high, the lower high, these two highs are about the same. So there's still maybe more evidence of less than before, but the scalpers came in at a level that is so real. Candle close from December, that swing high from December of last year, reversal from February of this year. They came in to defend it for now, so that's good, I guess, but still more of the same distribution with a buy wall. Win bids, win real demand, win moon. Maybe Q4, because for now we got to assess that volatility and that liquidity wipeout. Okay, gross. Let's go to Solana. It was down, what they did, they took it to 216, which again, you had a high, at a slightly higher high. I think we're looking at the lower time scales, 8 hour, lots of bearish divergence on the RSI. But hey, they had not really confirmed 216 as support where they broke it. Now they're trying to confirm it as support. Hopefully it's just the highest low of the uptrend, which it would be if they held it here. And that means we could run it up to 260. There's no real edge here. But I'm just telling you, right? Like, it's still potentially the highest low of this uptrend that's been going on since, April. So nothing to be worried about really till you're falling below $200. So just pray that the buyers can continue to defend 216. That's all I got for you on Solana. All right. BNB. After hitting a fresh all-time high on Sunday, it was in fact some sort of shooting star, and you got a follow-through candle, bearish engulfing candle today. But I can't, how can you, even if that's there, I don't know how bearish I could be on it. Like, I don't know. There's something, this has animal spirits. This is all up in line with the equities and metals market. It just is. There's nothing else in crypto like this of significant market cap. Nothing. So if Bitcoin somehow rebounds, the overall crypto market rebounds off of the dump we got yesterday, this thing's going back to all-time highs. Doesn't matter what kind of Japanese candlestick reversal patterns painted there, because if Bitcoin starts rallying, so will BNB.
Bulltard Anonymous tipped $25. Now that QBTS and WGT played out, how about Quantum Stage 2 QSI Plaza, and thanks Pepe PLS clap.
Thank you for the Pepes, dude. We will certainly look at QSI, all right? Cheers. That's another contribution, man. You're it, dude. You're the only contributor. Thank you, dude. Okay, hype in the chat for Bulltard Anonymous. Nice name. Okay, so $1,000, man. We get a high of $1,084. Any pullback? You understand? Like, you can't say there was a lower low until they take it below $820, and that's being kind of generous. It's probably $730. So it could drop so much and still be so fine in terms of a trend. All right, it's It's been phenomenal here. Okay, you probably could conceptualize it. Anchoring 1 and 2 here maybe. And there's 3. Ah, interesting. So you broke the major
Hi, Mitch.
channel.
Thank you for your input all the time. Are we able to look at Aave, please? My entry is $291.
Hey, Josh, thanks for the loonies, dude. Yeah, we'll certainly look at Lind Coin, Aave. Thank you, dude. It had been kind of an outperformer. So let me make this only visible on the weekly so we can just, it's not as busy. Wait a second. It's only in the daily. Take it off daily. So that's your channel. Wow. Talk about acceleration of demand. Hitting the supply line and reversing is kind of beautiful. So let's say they take it down to like 930. You hit the oversold threshold of this uptrend. 3 tests on the bottom. That would be wonderful. So that's where you're at. You just got a little overheated. You hit overbought, and they had to reverse it right here. So wonderful. BNB, the king of all kings of crypto.
Hey Mitch, can we take a look at EVX and CHWY? Much love.
Thank you for the noise, the rare noises. Yeah, dude. 4141 repeating, of course. Lure Jenkins, thank you, dude. We'll do it. Okay, so let's take just a gander at total real quick because of Jonathan. You know, Jonathan, dude. How you doing, dude?
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
Where are we hitting? My God, let me extend it out. Wow, how about that, dude? Hitting the demand line, the oversold threshold of this uptrend that extends back to early April. Wow, the respect on the top, now respect on the bottom again. I hope it holds. The good news is, even if they violate the demand line of this channel, they could take it down to 3.67 trillion and it'd still be okay if they were going to defend that. But yeah, that's where you're at. It is kind of like, it does make someone feel a little weird, right? Definitely makes someone feel a little weird because I think the pattern bros, the Bulkowski bros would be like, bro, is that not some sort of like head and it could be. It could be a slanted head and shoulders. There you are, nearing the neckline. I mean, it could be a momentum shifting structure. Like, how could I take it away? Like, and say it's not. It kind of is, but it's not confirmed yet.
Can you take a look at UAKE?
Charles, just above my head. Yeah, we can. Just the honor system. Thank you, dude. Remember, I only say that because never monetize my YouTube live streams. You never watch ads. Never voluntarily never accepted sponsorships, right? No affiliate marketing links I've ever pushed on you. That's it. So that's why it's 20 minimum because of that. Fair. Very
Riven
fair.
is about to blast off. The TA is playing out.
What's up, Rob, man? Thanks so much for the 20. We'll look at Rivian. Yeah, been doing things. A lot of things been doing things, right? So I'm not saying like it's a real pattern or anything. I'm just saying the devil's advocate, the people out there could be like that. The only thing that's kind of suspect about the potential head and shoulders idea is the fact that right shoulder is like it's like higher than the left shoulder. That's typically not how they do it. They tend to be the same or lower. A lower right shoulder than the left shoulder would indicate a lot of weakness and a higher probability of resolution, but it's higher, so it's not as bad. And the trend's still there. You got a lot of support below you, so you can't, that's just, we're spitballing here, okay? We're just talking. Okay. This is just not, it's a great trend, but, we've been lacking a lot of favorable things that we want or need in crypto. So, okay, that's your crypto update. Not great, man. Okay. All right. Let's look at these remaining Mag 7s. Just for a moment. These are market drivers. This is why we look at them every day. We looked at Apple, Nvidia, and I don't think we looked at Tesla. Tesla, you just got to look. Okay, it made the highest price intraday since December 27th. Highs of 2025. That's freaking hype in the chat, man. That's amazing. Highest daily candle close of the year of 2025. So you got to love it, man. It might be, hey, ends up being a bearish abandoned baby, shooting star, but I don't care, right? Like you have a position way lower. You've already taken a little bit of profit because there are 3 targets. Target 1 was like 400. So you're still in it. You don't really care if it sells off. If it does reverse here, it's probably just going to be a gap fill at 396. They could take it at 369. You shouldn't be concerned with it because our entry is so nice at reasonable levels. And you've already realized some gains. So just let it ride, baby. Let it ride. It was a dream of all dreams, that 3 rising valleys. It was a weekly trade setup, mind you. So anything above $400 is absolute dream. Okay, remember the old all-time high from November 2021? That's it. You're above that. You're awesome. You're golden. Okay, and now we're just really for target 2. We're not really screwing around. We're just waiting for all-time highs. 488. Simple. Okay, so Tesla, it was up like 4%, and then they pulled it back. Okay. And that's it. So wonderful day. And that was the last. Only 3 of the 7 were up today. Microsoft was down 0.62%. I mean, not really an edge or any sort of structure or strategy involved here. It's just recovering off of the correction that's been going on since the earnings report, July 31st. What's up, Charles, man?
Here's the other $10 to look at you ache.
Absolutely. So that is, I mean, for real, that is a bearish inside bar textbook, potentially, right? You got to fall through tomorrow, but you know, that was a high volume positive candle we got on Friday at 1.86%. It was the highest daily candle close we'd seen since August 15th. So, you know, not really much to do here. It's really elevated. It's nice that they randomly coin flip rallied it and it could continue. I would hope it does for the sake of the index funds. Remember, this is a market driver, $3 trillion plus market cap asset. Okay, so that's it. Nice. Okay, Google, that you know, target 4 of the trade setup was achieved last week. Maybe even it was the 15th, right? We hit the 1618 first time ever. It is a dream, and it exceeded it. We had an all-time high on Friday, and then today it was just a slight sell-off. Didn't quite rival the intraday all-time highs. That's it, though. There's nothing to do. You're in impulse world. You're in breakaway gap world. They could take it down to 240 to fill that gap first, and then they run it later. Again, there's nothing to do when you're in impulse mode like this, okay? There was only a time to do something for real maybe in June. Remember, it was June 26th. There was a confirmation low, and they recaptured a key inflection point, and it was easy to strategize an entry and a very tight stop loss. If it failed, minimal losses. We didn't act like we knew that this was going to play out, but it ended up, in fact, playing out. So target 4, the 1618. And what do you do now? You can have a target 5, which is just the Gucci bag, which would probably be 300 psychological. There's just nothing here, man. 275 maybe, but this could just continue. They pull it back, it doesn't matter. But like, how do you set up a stop loss up at these levels? You can't, right? You can't strategize. There's no structures, right? We're always looking for consolidation structures to take longs and set up stop losses, and you're not doing that. You're impulsing off the breakaway gap that occurred September 3rd. So keep it going, man. Hype in the chat for Google. Taking over the world. All right, here's Amazon. It will probably require some sort of news-driven catalyst to get this thing above all-time highs. It's still sketch. Still, could potentially be type 2 return of bearish bat pattern, rightfully so, until we get these communist terrorists off Twitch. No one wants that. Free market saying, nope, no commie terrorists inciting death upon people on Twitch. So below 232.50, very sus, very sketch. And that's it. Could be ready to sell off.
Shrimp Anonymous dipped $25, and for the namesake SGLY looks like it's kinda breaking herb Nimcorn Peepo PLS. Thanks for all you do. Dinner on me. Folded hands emoji.
Shrimp Anonymous, thanks for 25. Dinner on you.
What IRA structure do you dabble in? Are you familiar with self-directed IRAs or solo 401ks? If so, have any pros or cons regarding them? Thanks, Mitch.
Yeah, people. Thank you, dude. Yes, dabble.
Donnie Bannett super chatted $30. Hey Mitch, really enjoy watching and all the info and insight. Can we check out the Eel Avalanche? Thanks again.
Donnie, thanks for the 30, dude. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah.
Wow, LAC minus 6% MM really playing with us.
Dude, there's no liquidity after hours on LAC, bro.
Is that a joint?
It was down 5% earlier, then it went back to flat after hours. I guess it's down 6% again. Dude, you cannot be worried. That's the composite man trying to get you to freak out and somehow sell after hours. He wants those shares. He just does. So don't worry about it, man. All right. But yeah, dabbling IRAs. What IRA structure you mean? What kind of? I have a self-directed IRA. I have not been able to contribute to that thing in like a decade, because once you make a certain amount per year, you're no longer eligible to contribute to that IRA. So 401k, I got an old one that I don't touch. I don't even act like I have it. It's just there. I should probably, I know for a fact, if I would have taken it from whatever, some mutual fund that I have, I could have self-directed it and made a lot more money. Absolutely, like my IRA. And then I have an SEP, which is that's an entrepreneur's 401k. You can contribute up to like $70,000 a year, which you max that out, and that's non-taxable income. So got the self-directed IRA, the non-self-directed 401k that I probably should self-direct. Just been lazy, just like I gotta make phone calls and do all this stuff. And then the SCP, which is amazing. I love the SCP. It's also self-directed. So, and if you're wondering about, not financial advice, bro, but I think a financial advice, bro, would be like, so you start with, right, you want to have no debt, right? $10,000 emergency fund, of course, maybe 20 now because of inflation, and then zero credit card debt, and then you want to max out your IRA. Every excess dime you have goes into contributing up to, I think, $6,600 now. It changes. It was maxed out at $5,500 when I was last able to contribute. You max that out. You might not. It's very controversial about the 401k maxing that out. I think it's like 18. It was 18. Now it's like 20 something thousand. You can contribute, but you should probably only contribute up to what your company will match, and then take the rest and maybe self-direct that into a brokerage account. But that's only after you've maxed out your IRA and you've maxed out your 401k to what they would match. Then you can start having some fun in a brokerage account, but not until then. That's the icing on the cake. You need to eat your vegetables first, right? Maxing out the IRA and your 401k up to the match. And then you can have your stake, which is the brokerage account where you can play options, levered ETFs, whatever. Yeah, that's kind of the route you would want to go. Anyone who's young, that's how it is. Y'all give me like 2 seconds. I have to go to the bathroom. I just do bios. So I'll be right back. 10 seconds. If you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button, the bell, the sub, hide in the chat for 77,000 subs. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Very active day, man. A lot going on. Okay. So let's look at the last of the 7. Very disappointing. Meta waiting, you know, for something good to happen. But, yeah, they in fact made a shark, a really nice shark, completed the shark, and you've been reacting off of it. It was a nasty day, lowest daily candle close since September 15th. Thanks for the Baba Buoys. Near the demand line of this channel. Not really in trouble on Meta until they break 736, so you get a lot of leeway here. But yeah, very disappointing price action you've been receiving after they filled the gap on Thursday and Friday from August. It's reversed, so I hope it manifests into a bullish 5-0. We pivot up the demand line, and we run, and still targeting 850 plus on this. Just, yeah, disappointing price action. The worst of the 7 today. All right. Real quick, let's just do it before we get into requests. Let's just look at plug power. Holy crap. A Kang, man, right? Just a Kang. So since like this was, I think someone requested this thing, it's up 75% in 10 days. This is true technical analysis. This is why you watch the stream. This is why you invest in yourself, to learn forms of confirmation. Confirmation, like buyers recaptured, then they reconfirmed the validity of this key inflection point from history, not once, but locally twice. And right there, you also had divergence one way or another. But it's so easy seeing that develop to set up a very tight stop loss, and you know your upside potential is massive if it plays out. But at the same time, you do not act like you know that it's going to play out. You just go with the trading plan. And you go back and you say, dang, dude, this is a very, very real level. It is so undeniable. 2011, 2016, and look, 2019. So where did they take it? 230, 270, good targets. Oh, wait, you already hit one. You're nearing the second one. So up 75% in 10 days is phenomenal. So hype in the chat there. Okay. Let's see. All right. We had some notable stonks today. My God, ODP. Y'all remember that? That's a trade setup. They just gapped it up on news. The news was, I don't even know. Yeah, I'm not even sure what the news is on it. But something happened, okay? But yeah, man, the 3 rising valleys at key. Look, man, right? Same thing that we just looked at on plug. There was very little difference, okay? Instead of a confirmation low, you had an accumulation structure, right? 2020, this is a key level. It's just such an undeniable inflection zone, and you just had that consolidation structure that represented more than before, and then it came off those lows. You know, there's one like liquidity grab, stop loss hunt. Easy to recover from, you know, okay, it's back up. If you got stopped out, you can see that. And, you know, you've been riding it, and it's just, boom, up 33%. See the inflection zone from the high to low, $30 to $41. That's it, man. So great to see that. Solar Edge, another one up about 9%. Whew, these solars, man. Solar companies, highest daily candle close since June 14th, 2024. Composite operator, buying campaign. He's marking it up now, waiting on 42.82, and maybe beyond. Phenomenal. One that I really wish that I might have gotten into earlier, but I never did, was Oracle. I think Oracle is about, it's like, this is a breakaway gap. It is an undeniable breakaway gap. It's got everything. It's got the price disparity with the huge volume. I mean, highest volume we've seen maybe at least since 2013, so over a decade high on volume on the breakaway gap. And they pulled it back, and now it's starting to run again. That was arguably your highest close ever. It was your second highest daily candle close ever, just below September 10th high. But I just, like, to me, this could be going to $500. This could be an asset that ends up doing a 2000 style parabolic bubble blow off top. Like, I have no idea where this is going, but this is insane. It was up 6.3% today, and Fibonacci-wise, you've already exceeded everything, man. Like, everything's gone. Like, This one's nuts. I'm just thinking $350, $400, $500 targets. Yeah, this is nuts. And this is a very high market cap asset, in the top 20, top 15. And it might end up becoming a top 10er for sure. So please pay attention to Oracle. Wish I would have bought maybe at some point, but didn't. But man, really tempting due to that breakaway gap. That gap's not filling anytime soon, dude. All right. Very cool. Okay, so maybe we can get into some of these requests. All right, so they started mounting up real quick. Here are your futures. My God, it's crazy, dude. Crazy futures. Let's see. The first request of the day was SES Stonk. AI. Oh, here we go. Oh God, I wish I knew this existed. You know, like they've done some serious stuff here. They were doing some really nice, like 1 and 2 and 3 valleys almost. You had a nice little informal M shape. That's an 8 low to high 886. Dude, right? Think about Baba. I know it's like all-time lows. Like it started bad, but how did it all reverse? These harmonics are momentum killers. You know, it's something. It's informal. Okay, it's not real. But dude, that 886 is real, and that's how it pivoted. That's how the whole trend reversed with an informal M shape. And then the more than before started coming in. And now it's up 17% on the day, highest daily candle close since of 2025. So this thing's kind of gone now, but upside, I think you'd probably be targeting for 250. 265, it's like a little zone there. There you have it. It's probably the target, just being real. Probably where it's going to head to. So they're still on SES. Hopefully you're in it, dude. You've been in it. 35 to 43% upside before you hit some adversity. You break that, then it's just like 317, 364, then maybe $6. But yeah, this could be the turning point of this entire asset, like high volume, informal M shape. First high or low in the history of the asset, pretty much. And now you're continuously showing local forms of accumulation. So I like it, man. AI, why not? You know, that's where you're at, SES. Thank you, Bulltard Anonymous. Okay, so the next one was for also Bulltard Anonymous. He wants QSI, which I think I looked at. It's on my watch list. Hey, it's Scott Carney. He's in the house, man. Yeah, he says Oracle to 500 too. Yeah, dude. Something's going on with that one, okay? That's animal spirits stuff, okay? Quantum Quantum C Incorporated. Yes, we were here, I think, last week discussing the confirmation. One low, a second low. It was up 13.33% today. That was the highest daily candle close seen since July 28th, recapturing the 200 simple moving average, first time since July 30th. Anything above 140 is good for probably 222. I think that's probably going to be an inflection zone of sorts. Like if you look, probably like that, 222, 230. To break that is when things go nuts. Looking like if you ever see this asset break 230, you're most likely going to 378 in the midterm. So yeah, like you just think about, wow, the lowest low in the history of the asset in November, and then all this volume came in on this huge pump, and then it dumped, and then what did it do? It retraced like 88% of the way. But at that 88% retrace, what happened? Oh, confirmation of accumulation. There's a nice M shape here too, 100% M shape. Got almost a shark. But either way, above 140 equals 220, 230. You break 230, 378. You break that, 439. So yeah, this could be turning the tide. This, like all these lower highs, lower lows, and all of a sudden something that's never really happened before on this chart is happening. They're confirming more than before. Okay, maybe a golden cross coming. It's too choppy. They had a golden cross into a death cross. Not pretty, but not a big deal. I think the price action's telling here, okay?
Hi Mitch,
could be going way higher.
Take a look at Hum. Thanks.
So Golden Knight, thanks for 20, dude. We'll look at HUM. Yes, sir. Much love. All right. Let us continue. Let us continue. So I think it was more of the same. The analysis we had on QSI last week is still there. It's good. All right. Next request was... It was... Lind? Yes, Aave was next. Aave. Oof. That was pretty brutal, man. Yeah, that was like below 284, 298. It's kind of yikes. I think you had something like this going on in the end. It was a channel, maybe. Nah, it was a wedge with a fake out, right? 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and they broke it. So you're, right around that 200-day some moving average. You're trying to put in one of the highest lows of the uptrend. And there definitely was, looking at it now, because I haven't been spending much time on these cryptos for reasons. I mean, you really do have some sort of, there it is. Wow, go figure, an 886 shark. Of course it did that. Yeah, I just... Maybe they bullish 5-0 it, but I don't see any action to take on it right now. You said your entry is 291. 291. Well, you should have been stopped out below 285 because that's the line in the sand for me. I wouldn't want to own it below 285. And then 244 was on deck. You lose 244, it's going to be an easy 195. So, yeah, this is crypto, man, I don't see anything that's actionable right now. So if you're in it, you probably didn't want to be in it below 285. And now you're just hoping that it pivots here and rallies, but then you got to break 298. They might run it up to go confirm it as resistance before it rolls over again. But yeah, like this low of August 3rd is rivaling this low we got today. So as long as it can hold here, you might confirm a bottom higher than the low from June 21st, and you'll be okay. But yeah, that was pretty gnarly. That was pretty disgusting. Okay, on Lind. Yeah, very similar-ish to like Bitcoin Cash a little bit. Same type of shark completing. 886, man. Never sleep on the 886. Thanks again, Josh Yu. Sorry, couldn't be here on better circumstances looking at it. Eve Holding was the next request for Anonymous. Oh my goodness, great. Oh my goodness, man. Now, it does suck that we lost 531, 570. That's a very real inflection zone. I think you would agree. But now you've got like an accumulation signature in development. It is proportionate. It's beautiful, man. It could be beautiful. I like this high volume coming in. My God. That is really pretty. And then you go to the 3-day, it's even prettier. Shoot, man. Hold on. Like the 3-day, it's going to look just like art. Look at this thing, man. Oh my God. And then you got the hidden bullish divergence on the third valley. Let's go, dudes. It's the divergence. That's a great request, bro. So I think like it might be a little tricky to, you got it on the MACD histogram for sure, so I guess I could plot it there too, like that. And that's there. So at this point, you're not going to have help looking left. So it's typically you want like, hey, the third valley is like correlating positively. An old level of support is being regarded as support on the third valley. That makes it so easy to strategize stop losses and entries. On this one, your upside is very limited because it only will be 530 to 570 or the gap fill at 590. But I guess you could, on this strength, this candle, maybe have a stop loss just at 359. But it is a very proportionate potential 3 rising values. You really got to like this. It's wow. I got to ping the people's phenomenal structure. It could have been better, but I'll take it. Very pretty. What do they do? Aerospace defense. Oh yeah, dude. That's hot subsector. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that volume candle, maybe a stop loss, like a real tight stop loss at like 348 or something, and let it ride and see what happens. Crazy, man. Very, very nice, Anonymous. Okay. The next one was Chewy, which I don't think was good. I think I'd looked at it at some point. It wasn't. It's okay. It's uptrending now. Yeah, I mean, anything above 29.62 is good. You could definitely plot a channel here. It's kind of probably going to be respected. Or they lost it. They lost the channel. Yeah, but see, you're kind of far away from the good actionable inflection
Mitch,
zone.
Curious about the stream, brother.
In NDM? That's a medical, isn't it? Thank you, Trev. We'll look at it. Appreciate you. So, I mean, it's uptrending, obviously, right? It's making higher lows. You could be locally putting in the highest low, but strategizing, right? Constructing a trading plan is a lot trickier here because you're always looking for inflection zones from history to be where you size up the asset, right? With entries and stop losses, right? And you're kind of removed from $30, $31. So it's like, how do you strategize? You can't set, if you set a stop at 34.10, what happens if it hits that stop loss and sells off and you get a nice test of $30 again and they hold it, you like got stopped out, but it's at a better entry area anyway. So this one's not as good. It could be better, but I'm not saying you're not uptrending. It could pivot here and run way higher, and like your target any time above $31, given enough time, you would be targeting for $52. So that's it. That's your Chewy. Okay. Yeah, the daily, like, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, could be 1 and 2 locally. Oh, interesting what they're doing. And the daily's great, actually. You can see what they're trying to do here. Okay, someone could give it a shot. Like, it's not your best entry. You missed that one. Your entry was maybe back April when they spring back tested. It was really 1 and 2 here. You see confirmation lows 1, and they did it again before it rallied. So, but here, look at this. The swing high from 2019. It was a swing low in 2022. Someone could strategize that. They could try. I guess your stop would be probably 34.50 if you were gonna try to play this level. Okay, if you made me say it, you're trying to locally confirm that 35.39 as support, and that's about where you're at. So nice trend. Someone could if they wanted. Thank you, dude. Okay. Well, music stop. What the heck? All right. See the next. Next request was UEC for Charles Gnarly. Uranium Energy Co-op. Yeah, it's nuts, dude. It is freaking nuts, and no surprise, another commodity. Just another commodity that has gone berserk. This is an all-time high today. Uranium Energy Corporation. Let's do a major fib extension from the old all-time high from 2007 to the lowest point 2008. You have exceeded the 1414 major fib extension. You tested it. You kind of reacted there. So the next target, if you're in this, is $15. Duh, psychological, but it's your golden mean ratio. So that's it. There was a shark of sorts. There was a type 1 reaction, and that was kind of it. It was gone after that. So nice trend, very strong commodity, $15 on deck. Okay, that's, again, if you request an asset and it's in impulse mode, there's literally nothing I can do to add value really to the analysis, because in impulse mode, that's not when you're taking fresh longs. That's not when you're able to strategize. So It's just running away. One of the last notable things it did was that old all-time high from 2007. Look at this. When they broke it, you got yourself a nice formal bullish back test. What was once resistance in '07 flipped to support in August, and it's been number go up ever since. So going into price discovery. So see it 15 bucks most likely. UEC. Amazing. I'm sure you could probably at this point plot some sort of channel here, right? Anchoring. There you have it, dude. You just got this cute little channel. Oh man, it's so pretty. Conceptualizing the uptrend. Nice. Okay, let's see. The next request, SGLI or SGLYE, Singularity Future Technology Limited. Transportation air freight couriers. Well, not a good start. Oh man. It looks like a dead asset, right? It looks kind of terrible. Bad trend, and yeah, this is something I might stay away. Yeah, I definitely would stay away from. You know why? 44,000 volume, 55,000 volume, 30-day average. Not something you own, even if it's gonna explode higher. I mean, what do you do? Like, you cannot apply technical analysis to an asset that is this illiquid. Like, understand, you can still buy it, and it can still go up 1,000% a day, but it's more like instead of going to the poker table at the casino, you're just going to the SGLY slot machine, and you're just hoping and praying that it does that. And you know, going to a casino, pulling the lever enough times, you might hit a jackpot. It's not probable, though. That's what you're doing if you buy SGLY. Understand that. There's no edge. There's no way to strategize. And it's extremely illiquid, so you would say you set up a stop loss, there's a really good chance your stop loss will not trigger because there will be no one buying, and you get something called a running stop. And so this thing's dumping to all-time lows. No one was there to buy what you were selling, and you're just getting murked financially. So yeah, not much. I can't really spend much time on something like. Thank you so much, Shrimp Anonymous. Though I really appreciate the contribution. Okay. People asked about IRAs. I answered that already. All right, let's go to Avalanche for Donnie. Avalanche down 0.75%. All right. This one's kind of been bucking everything. Good for it, man. Well, it was doing what many different altcoins were doing, where they painted the M shape, they rallied it, and then they back tested key level of support. A really nice price action correlation to this inflection zone. Then it marked up again. Then they broke another resistance. And then as of yesterday, they have now confirmed that level as support. That's a crazy candle. Wow. But again, it's impulsing, so there's no consolidation. The place to probably care about it more would have been probably in August. Just like we liked some of them doing, but they not doing what Avalanche kind of broke away, and many others have kind of crapped out and done nothing. So yeah, you see this old swing high of 2022, swing lows from 2024 many a time. So if they can hold that successfully long enough, your next target's $39 to $41. And they break that, $43.80. They break that, then it's like $49.80, $50. Yeah, so there's, you've got some upside. But is there an edge or not really? You probably have yourself a channel in this one too. Kind of like, yeah, there you go. See what they're doing. The demand line and then the supply line, they up thrusted. Now are they attempting to back test the up thrust? They are. So they could be taking this thing back down to $31 if this is real, right? Supply line, demand line, the channel, they tried to break out and they failed, and then you had a big rally, but you're still kind of not doing great. You're still in the channel right now trying to confirm it. So hopefully they just start pumping it, because your target's $39-$40, but if not, then right back down to $29 to $30. So that's your Avalanche. Okay, the overbought threshold of this uptrend you've been in since kind of like June. All right, thank you, Donnie, man. The next one was HUM for Gold Knight. Humana. 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 Yeah, Humana. Health services. Okay. Old swing high. I've never been here on this chart. I think this is your zone. It's certainly your zone. Swing high, swing low, swing low, swing high, swing lows. That's it. Look at that. Yeah, we got it. 220 to 235, a big inflection zone. Going all the way back to 2015. So we got that out of the way. We figured that out. All right. Big resistance up here. Another major inflection zone. Okay. Humana. Humana. Okay, and then like locally, there's been this like top, right? Like it's a range. You're range bound. Okay, it's been in a range since October last year. Disgusting. You have not done enough to reverse the trend, right? Like you lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. The trend reversed probably in January 2023. That sucks. Okay. But the buyer's been coming in to defend this level so many times. But on the top side, they're unable to get anywhere. They're unable to make any progress when we're looking at the index funds making all-time highs every day for months. Not great, man. Not great. This macro environment, an asset that is healthy, should be doing things positively. And this one can't do it, man. So that's a concern right there. Yeah, piercing line came in today up 2%. They pierced it, man. But let's see if we catch fall through. I can't really sign off. You know why? Because I think there are just too many different assets that are better. Right? Like, hey, man, it might do it. It might somehow pivot and make a higher low. But, dude, you're looking for an asset that is trending like this. Okay? Higher highs, higher lows. Higher highs, higher lows for multiple years. Bullish consolidation. Nearing a key level. They keep absorbing the supply that exists from history. And you get another test of that, you might break it. Trend's your friend. That's a rectangle. That's all right, man. See, you're in the... You trying to maybe want to long this as kind of like you're in the ocean and there's a red flag and there's a really nasty undertow and you start trying to swim against that undertow, it's not going to go well. So remember, if you're trying to long assets, you want longer term uptrends, higher highs, higher lows consecutively. And you pull back, you start consolidating, and you get a nice reaccumulation structure. This situation, not too excited about it because there's just too many other good assets that are doing good things. Positive, bullish trends. This is not a good trend. Okay? Sorry. Thank you. NNDM for Trev. Nano Dimension. Oh, it's industrial machinery. Oh my goodness. Oh, dude, great request, man. It's time. It's time. That's a triple bottom, bro. Wow, triple bottom. And look at this local price action. The bullish engulfing candle today. What the? Would be simple to like size it up now, because now it's like you are literally trading the most recent discernible price action here. You're literally setting a stop like somewhere like there, 136, because that's what they're doing. This zone is now spring back test of spring. It's not quite an engulfing because it gapped up higher, but like how would you there's not much here, man. Like if they really are going to resolve it, the 200 could be a thing, but I'm thinking like the swing low from 2022, 2024. If it was gonna play out, that's what you go with on target one. What a freaking descending triangle for the ages. That was how beautiful, man. I remember the last time we were here. Target two. See, the trend sucks, right? So that might be as good as it gets, but I don't even know. How do you overcome that type of resistance? You maybe don't ever. God. But let's just say it was a trend reversing bullish butterfly at the harmonic optimum price. Scott Carnaby's still in here. He'd be super excited about this one. Are you kidding me, dude? Harmonic optimum price at a key inflection point where buyers for the third time now have failed to breach it, and they've actually just shown they've just shown indication that they're reconfirming the validity of this inflection zone as support. My God, man, like it's definitely, it could be played. Now, remember, you want uptrends, but at least you got a structure and you got the price action, and it's all happening at very interesting levels where there's good upside potential if it does reverse here. Because you've seen historically, look in 2020, they tested the spring back, it was gone, man, it went nuts. So this is maybe a level. And here's the thing, hear me out, right? I'm not acting like I know this is going to play out. I have no idea, but I do know that if the stop loss gets triggered, you take on minimal losses. But if you never get stopped out, you have great upside potential. You do. You just do. So it could be played this way. All right. Right here. That C point, top of the harmonic. Okay, just a way to size it up. Good request, actually, bro. Very good request. Loving the divergence. Okay, you got a lot of divergence on the RSI. We'll just publish this for the education extension pattern. Anyone else get behind this? It's interesting. You know, you don't have to long it, but you will understand, right? I'm just reinforcing the right behaviors as an analyst trader. That's why you're here. I think the ones that get it understand what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be like, go long on NNDM, bro, now. I'm just saying, like, you're understanding critical thinking. This is for your independence, man. Like one day I'll be gone. I'll be dust in the wind, and your kids will still be here. You'll be here, and you'll say, man, the teachings that I learned from the NMDM asset made all the sense. It clicked with me, and then I was able to apply that to many different assets going for years and years later. That's what it's about. Okay, that was the last request. We did it, man. I've been live now 1 hour, 17 minutes, 1 hour, 18 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, bullet sub. I hope you made some money today on the markets. I know I did. My God, dude, it was crazy. So Bitcoin, and it wasn't crypto, because crypto hasn't really shown much of anything. I mean, it's been anemic, ideolated rallies, jokes, and then you get near a supply line, the bearish and golden candle, and then follow through, and then it's like, oh, wow, we're dumping again. So it's bad, man. Crypto is just maybe Q4. Maybe they do something. Maybe we'll go to 109.3. Maybe they complete an M shape, you know, from August 31st to September 19th. It's just midterm downtrend is conceptualized with the parallel channel tool. It just is. Like long-term uptrend, we know, man, no problem. But midterm, you just put in a lower high. You can kind of confirm the lower. Here's a high. Here's the same. These are the same highs. Both these highs are lower than these highs. Oh, this low is lower than this low. My God, man. So 112, 109, 358. Not really concerned about it. Midterm downtrend for now. Oh, Rivian. My God. Sorry, dude. Dude, I don't even know how I missed that one. What the heck? Why was it so sneaky? Oh, there it is. Raw. I'm so sorry, man. I really apologize. I do not know how I missed that. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Rivian, let's go, dude. Oh, what a beautiful candle. Bro, come on, man. Come on. It's almost like you take this and it's that. Oh my God, bro. Yeah, just hang tight. 20 bucks coming, 25 bucks, 28, maybe even $40. This is unreal. It's crazy, dude. It's literally crazy. Why is this off a little? Sorry. They broke the supply line, and on the third valley, they reconfirmed it. They confirmed it as support. This is a dream. Look at I bet your moving average looks crazy too. Yep, you golden crossed, and then they're not letting the cross happen, the death cross. You're above all the moving averages, bro. This is a dream. Rivian, let's freaking go, dudes.
Hype in the chat!
20 and 28 and 40. I mean, yeah. Like, this is unbelievable. This is the dream. This is what you're looking for. Do you understand how long this took to develop, chat? We're talking 500 days of accumulation, M shape completing, type 2 return, and then the accumulation, and then the breakout back test, trading above the 200. Look at the spring back test you got. You see this swing low from May 2023? They recaptured, they reconfirmed it. This is it, man. This is like, we're looking at something that has an extremely high probability of going way higher. Like, you're talking like 70% chance this goes stupidly higher. Unreal. I can't even believe how good this is. Crazy, bro. Chart of the stream. Has to be chart of the stream. Weekly's beautiful. We don't even need the weekly. We don't need it. The daily is too perfect. Okay? So that's your moment of zen anyway. This is a dream. This is what I wish crypto looked like. Nah, sorry, dude. But no, I can't believe what I'm looking at. I'm just gonna like tweet about it and be like, here's a tweet, dude. That's it. All right, chat. What a stream. That was a great way to end it. Killed it, Rob. Thank you, dude. And sorry about missing it. I just missed it. Okay. So thanks so much for likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I'm very grateful for this community. It's all about education, investing in ourselves, making money. So I'll be back. Until next time. Respect the TA.
Hey Mitch, curious about the stream, brother.